Hey, welcome everybody. Today we're doing an unboxing and a quick first review of SparrowsLockPicks Progressive Training Locks. So this is from their website, and there is a 2-pin, 3-pin, 4-pin, 5-pin practice lock with a cutout so you can see what's happening inside the lock. Now, when I used to train other people before I had owned see-through locks, when I was just first getting into this sport a couple of years ago, this skill set, sport, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to get my tools out of my everyday carry here while I talk. I used to train people, and I didn't have see-through or cutaway or practice locks. So I was still able to teach people pretty quickly and pretty effectively to be kind of moderately skilled lock pickers, especially with techniques like raking. But when I started buying a bunch of different training locks, it really helped with the teaching process so that people could visualize what's going on inside the lock. And it just kind of makes learning faster. So if you want to use, like I said before in a lot of my articles on the website, if you want to use this skill set somewhere other than your couch and you want to really rely on it and really go up that next level and kind of help your training progress a little bit, then go ahead and invest in a couple different types of training locks because they're all a little bit different. So let's start with this 2-pin here. Sorry box, you are now destroyed. Man, I really do like this company. Okay, so here is the what the shit? Okay, I guess there's not a cutout in the side. Let me double check their website here. Okay, so cool. Well, you're learning with me. Progressive locks look like this, and there's 2, 3, 4, and 5 pins in it. Cutaway locks, I'll put a link to both different sets online. Their cutaway locks have a window that's cut out so you can see what's going on inside the lock, which is fine. These are still very cool practice locks, and the progressive part about it is pretty cool. So this rotating part in the front is your key. And you can see the different key cuts in there. But there's only 2 pins, and you don't know what their height and depth are unless you take it apart and check it out. So let's just do a quick rake. And let's see if I can get in there and open a twofer. Man, I'm really surprised. I should have done a little better research. So a little wiggle up and down, a little light tension. And there it is. So that's 2 pins, not bad. Go ahead and stow that key. Actually, I'll put it there so you can see the 2. All right, number 3. Not saving this box, so that's going to get destroyed. I'm a little bit OCD, so I like a clean workspace. Get out of here, paper. All right. So there's 3 pins in there. Let's do a quick rake and see what we get. A little bit heavy. I was surprised when I got this in the mail. The envelope that contained this was surprisingly heavy. I'd almost forgotten what I'd ordered, and then when I opened it I was like, fuck yeah, kick ass. Got my progressive locks. And there's a 3-fer. Alright, let's try some 4-pin action. And this is I'm using the Sparrows Mace pick set, which I'm pretty fond of. I do like their tension wrenches a lot, and in some of my other review videos you'll see that occasionally I'll use the Sparrows tension wrench because I really like it, and I'll use the rake from either ITS Tactical or SearPick.com. It's a little, you can see it's a little bit thinner, so it goes in and out a little bit better. It's a little smoother. The Mace pick seems to be a little bit more rough on the edge, so that's just some bonus info for you. All right, 4 pins in this training lock. It's a little bit rough on the spin. So it's not the most smooth lock I've ever used, but that's fine. Shouldn't really be a problem. Because in the field, all your locks won't be smooth either. Use a different tool. I'm not going to use a direct kind of single pin pick, but I am going to kind of lift these pins each separately on the way back. Don't know why the hell that one took me so long, but that is another technique that I teach people. If the lock is able to spin both ways, or even if it's not and you have to reposition, sometimes using a different hand for tension and a different hand for raking will get you into a lock that you wouldn't normally get into. Wow, that one was a little bit tricky. And the last one. Five pins. So you can see where those pins may rest if you cheat a little bit. And let's give this one a shot. That one actually took less time than the 4 count. Either I'm rusty or something happened in there that I'm not familiar with, or I just don't see. So I will jump on Sparrow's website and I will buy the training locks with the cutout window. But these I think are a really cool tool, especially for single pin picking, where you lift each pin individually, something I can work on. I don't do it often in the field. I have done it occasionally to get in tricky locks that I couldn't rake open for things like residential entries and back doors. But my first review is I like them. They're heavy. I like that the keys, I mean, it just looks fucking pretty. I like that the keys have this cool knob turn on them, so it's not, I mean, with a lot of my training locks, I stick the key in, I turn it, and I toss it in my Ziploc bag. So I don't like that the key kind of just jingles in there and might be bending or binding or something. So these look cool. I think the stowage of the key is cool. They're a little bit, I don't know if you saw when I was turning them occasionally, they have a little bit of this stickiness to them, which I don't know if that'll wear out over time and loosen up or not, but you know, it could be a good thing or a bad thing. And that's it. I mean, that's our first impression. That's just my everyday carry kit that I keep in my wallet. I was able to go from 2, 3, 4, and 5, and you can see that the 4s and the 5 took me a little bit longer than the 2 and the 3, but I think it's a great training tool, and I think you should invest in a couple different types of see-through and cutout and even progressive type locks like this. So thanks for checking me out. If you found some value, check out some of our other lock picking videos, as well as some other content that we have on the website that you might enjoy. See you next time.